The city skyline sliced through the night, a jagged knife of neon and steel. Rain slicked the rooftops, turning them into treacherous mirrors, reflecting 1,000 flashing lights. My feet pounded against the cold, wet surface, each step a desperate gamble against the abyss below. I didn't dare look back. I didn't have to. The searing heat of red laser beams chasing my shadow was all the confirmation I needed. They were close. Too close. The air crackled with an energy that wasn't just the city's hum. It was alien, hostile. I risked a glance over my shoulder. Shadows, fluid and menacing, flowed across the buildings, defying gravity. They were a swarm of nightmares given form, their single red eyes burning with a cold, analytical fury. They weren't just chasing me, they were hunting me. My breath came in ragged gasps, a cloud of steam in the chilly air. My lungs burned, my muscles screamed, but I couldn't stop. To stop was to die. Why me? The question hammered in my head with every beat of my heart. I was just a girl, an insignificant speck in this sprawling metropolis. What could they possibly want from me? I leaped across a chasm between two skyscrapers, the wind howling in my ears, threatening to tear me from my precarious flight. I landed hard, rolling to absorb the impact, my palms scraping raw against the gravelly rooftop. Another beam of crimson light vaporized the ledge where I'd been a second ago. I scrambled behind a massive air conditioning unit, pressing myself flat against its vibrating metal shell. Peeking around the edge, I saw the city itself begin to turn against me. Concrete and glass groaned, twisting into unnatural shapes. A nearby building, a titan of commerce just moments before, began to crumble, its windows shattering like 1,000 weeping eyes. It wasn't an earthquake, it was them. They were tearing the world apart to get to me. Panic, cold and sharp, threatened to paralyze me. This was it. There was no escape. The shadows converged, their forms solidifying from smoke into something more tangible, more terrifying. They raised their weapon-like appendages, the red lights at their tips glowing with imminent death. I squeezed my eyes shut, bracing for the end, but the searing blast never came. Instead, I heard a strange, resonant hum, and the air in front of me shimmered. I opened my eyes to a sight that made no sense. One of them, one of the aliens, stood between me and the others. It was different, though. It's taller, its form less chaotic, shimmering with a faint silvery light instead of the angry red glow of its brethren. It held out a hand, and a shield of pure energy materialized, deflecting the lethal volley of laser fire. The blast scattered, striking a water tower and sending a plume of steam hissing into the night sky. The other aliens recoiled, their red eyes flickering with what looked like confusion, fear. The silver one didn't attack them. It just stood there, a silent guardian, its presence a stark contradiction to everything I thought I knew. It turned its head slightly, and though it had no discernible face, I felt its gaze on me. It was not a look of malice. It was something else entirely. The hostile aliens regrouped, their movements more cautious now. They began to circle, their forms shifting, looking for an opening. My protector didn't move, its energy shield holding firm. The standoff was a silent, deadly ballet under the neon glow. I was caught in the middle, a pawn in a game whose rules I couldn't begin to comprehend. Who was this creature? Why was it protecting me from its own kind? Suddenly the world went silent. The roar of the city, the hum of the alien weapons, the pounding of my own blood in my ears, it all faded into a distant murmur. A voice echoed in the stillness, but it wasn't a sound I heard with my ears. It was inside my head, calm and clear, like a deep, still pool of water. Asterisk, do not be afraid. Asterisk, the voice was ancient, patient, and impossibly gentle. Asterisk, we are not what you think. The ones who hunt you are the Ravagers, a lost tribe consumed by a hunger for destruction. They are a perversion of our true nature. Asterisk. I stared at the silver alien, my mind reeling. It was speaking to me, telepathically. The chaos of the battle raged on around us. A silent movie playing outside the bubble of our connection. Buildings continued to fall in slow motion, dust and debris raining down like apocalyptic snow. Asterisk, our people are watchers, guardians. Asterisk, the voice continued, its tone laced with a profound sadness. Asterisk, we journey across the cosmos, not to conquer, but to observe, to learn, to preserve the sanctity of life. The Ravagers have forgotten this path. They see only power, and they believe you are a key to unlocking more of it. Asterisk, asterisk me? Asterisk, I thought, the question a desperate plea. Asterisk, why me? What am I? Asterisk, asterisk, you are a convergence. A unique spark of potential that resonates on a cosmic frequency they wish to exploit. But that potential is for you to shape, not for them to steal. You must survive. You must reach the sanctum. Asterisk, a new wave of attacks crashed against the shield. The silver alien, the Guardian, stumbled back a step, its form flickering. The energy required to hold off the horde was immense. It couldn't keep this up forever. It's asterisk where? Asterisk, I projected back, scrambling to my feet. Asterisk, where do I go? Asterisk, asterisk, looked to the old observatory. Asterisk, the voice guided. A mental image flashing in my mind, a domed building on the highest hill overlooking the city, silhouetted against the stormy sky. Asterisk, a gateway awaits. Go now. I will hold them. Asterisk, there was no time to question, no time to doubt. I trusted the voice. I trusted this strange, silent protector. With one last look at the Guardian, I broke from my cover and ran. The Ravagers shrieked, a sound that was both electronic and organic, a chorus of fury. They tried to break formation to follow me, but the Guardian was a whirlwind of silver light, intercepting them, blocking them, creating a path for me through the battlefield. I ran like my life depended on it, because it did. I leaped, I climbed, I slid, my body moving on pure adrenaline and instinct. The observatory grew closer, a beacon of hope in the maelstrom. The city was a war zone around me. Explosions blossomed in the night, and the sky was a lattice of red and silver energy. Through it all, the Guardian fought, a lone warrior against an army, buying me the precious seconds I needed. Finally, I reached the base of the hill. The final ascent was a grueling climb up a steep, winding road. My legs felt like lead, my vision swam, but the telepathic voice urged me on. Asterisk, almost there. Do not falter. Asterisk, I burst through the observatory doors, the old building eerily silent after the chaos outside. In the center of the main dome, beneath the giant dormant telescope, the air itself was twisting, coalescing into a swirling vortex of shimmering blue and purple light. A portal. It hummed with a gentle, inviting energy. This was the sanctum. This was safety. I turned back to look out the shattered dome. In the distance, the battle reached its crescendo. The Guardian unleashed a final, brilliant pulse of silver energy that threw the Ravagers back, scattering them like leaves in a gale. For a moment, it stood alone on a distant rooftop, its silhouette framed by the burning city. It turned its head one last time in my direction, and I felt a final thought from it, a sense of farewell, of a duty fulfilled. Then, as quickly as it appeared, it dissolved into 1,000 points of light, which were drawn into a newly formed portal of its own. It vanished. The Ravagers, disoriented, and their primary target gone, seemed to lose their purpose. They began to recede, melting back into the shadows from whence they came. As I stood there, catching my breath, I looked up at the sky. The storm clouds were parting, and there, burned into the heavens above the city, was a glowing symbol, the same silvery shape as the Guardian's energy shield. It wasn't a threat. It was a promise, a sign that I wasn't alone, a reminder of the silent protector who had saved me. I stepped through the portal, leaving my old life behind, and into a future I never could have imagined. The city was wounded but would heal, and I somehow would too. The journey was just beginning. Thank you so much for watching this story unfold. If you enjoyed this cosmic adventure, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe for more tales from beyond, and share your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think the future holds for our hero? Let me know. Till next time, stay curious.